All right, thank you so much for visiting here. I know you drove like an hour and a half, so I really appreciate you attending. How did you enjoy class?
Oh, very enjoyable.
Very
yeah,
enjoyable.
yeah, yeah. Thank you. And this is my first time doing the group class. Very enjoyable, learning a lot of new things. And Chester's been very generous with the instructions, with the time, and nothing is held back at all.
Nothing's held back.
Yeah, and we get to ask all kinds of questions, learn all kinds of skills, and also very available to feel
Yeah.
the body, how it feels like having
Yeah, there's nothing
excellent
quite like
teacher,
feeling it. Thank you.
excellent teacher, and excellent instructions and excellent content.
Thanks,
Yeah.
everyone. Tell
Thank
me,
you.
tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, I've been a Tai Chi enthusiast for a long time. So I started studying Tai Chi since I was 16 years old.
16. Well, that's when I started.
But
too,
mostly the form.
Yeah.
And nothing internal about this. And in the 80s, I remember, in the 90s, mostly in the 90s, when there were a lot of Tai Chi grandmasters coming out of China.
Awesome.
I used to be a Tai Chi junkie.
Tai Chi
On
junkie.
the weekends.
Yeah, I was too. I remember like I would save up my lunch money and buy a book from Dr. Yang Jingming or something like that.
Yeah, Yang Jingming at that time had a lot of books.
Yeah.
And then I remember going to workshops with a lot of the teachers, the Chen masters, and from the students of Yang Chen Fu also.
Awesome. Yeah, that's
The Dong family.
Yeah.
And from Yang Chen Duo, the son of Yang Chen Fu, and a few of the indoor students of Master Ma Yeli,
Yeah.
etc. So
That's a lot of wonderful,
I have a
wonderful
lot of
experience.
great skills.
Yeah.
But I think it was hard for me to learn the internal part of it.
Yeah.
And although they could demonstrate the skills, it was difficult to actually break it down.
Yeah. It is
Also through
difficult.
translator.
Yeah, translator too. Yeah. I understand what you mean. I learned from my teacher, and he was amazing, but it took me a long time to understand him. And then I learned it, and it took me a long time to figure out how to explain it to everybody. So it's not obvious how you would pass the skill on. So I'm glad you got to come up at this time in which I have this good program that actually makes sense and can give you people the skill. And how was that for you?
It's excellent. Yeah, I'm learning a lot of the useful skills.
Yeah, useful skills beyond what you were able to do before and
The
understand.
internal part of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
What was your favorite thing that you learned, or the most impactful thing for you personally?
Yeah, it's in letting go.
And letting go.
Yeah, letting go and being relaxed and not trying to add things.
Yeah, when you relax and don't add things, what difference does that
Yeah.
make for you?
Yeah, it's actually more successful.
More successful,
Yeah,
and that's surprising
yeah,
and
yeah.
wonderful.
Not being afraid to fail.
Yeah,
And when
Not
I'm
be
afraid
afraid
to
to
fail, I end up adding things that's not really completely relaxed.
yeah, that's a big part for all of this. That's a thing I had to overcome too. It's really cool for me making these lessons because I learned to not fear failing on camera, and that's more pressure. So as I really let go of the fear of failure, that it made things a lot better for me too. Yeah, so that's a really good point you bring up. How was your experience working with our different students here?
Very good, yeah. Experiencing different ways that different people respond to certain, I guess, energy, biomechanical interaction.
Yeah.
Different people have different sensitivities,
Yeah.
as we talk about, and it's very helpful. I think the group class has its own purpose in doing that. I think.
Absolutely, yeah.
So we can learn from very different people and
Yeah.
experiencing different levels of sensitivities.
Now, it might be a slight surprise to you, but most of the people you met today have been with me for under 1 year.
Wow.
Yeah, what did you think of their skill?
Very good skills.
Yeah.
Yeah. And never learned this kind of skills before. And thank you for bringing the skill.
Thank
to
you.
us.
Yeah, I'm really proud of my students, what they accomplish, and I really like when they meet new people and that people can experience that, oh, they could do these things that the teacher can do.
Yeah. That's the thing that we're looking for. And not just a teacher with a skill, but can the teacher also teach that to the student?
Yeah.
And can the student demonstrate the same skill?
Yeah, what did you find?
Yeah, I find it very, very encouraging.
Fantastic. It actually took me a few years to learn how to teach internal arts. It took a
Yeah.
certain amount of time to learn to do it, and it was pretty tricky to learn how to teach it because I'm not the first internal arts practitioner teacher, but there's been so many teachers who are great and have so much hard time teaching this. And I want to change that. I want people to be able to learn this, succeed, enjoy this, and be able to keep this going, you know, forever and ever and ever. So I'm
Yeah,
really
and
happy
not
to see
holding back on the secrets like, oh, this
Yeah.
is indoor
Yeah.
kind of information that,
Yes.
and not being afraid to just kind of show the real
Yeah.
information instead of just giving people the best scenario, the best
Yeah.
picture.
Very true. So thank you for joining us and thank you for sharing your opinion on all of this. It's a pleasure seeing you.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you for your teaching.
See you next time.
Yeah, thank you.